Can we please take our seats? Let's all take our seats for now. And before we get into anything, I would just like to appreciate the following. It's quite a list. Welcome to the end of LAEA 3. Let's clap for ourselves. We've done so well. So well. Okay, so we would like to thank the following. Thanks to our sponsors, Pepsi, the producers of the water that we've been drinking since yesterday, Aquafina. Thank you very much. Thank you to Makerere University Management for giving us the space and all the support. Thank you to LAEA Executive and the LAEA membership. Thank you to College of Humanities and Social Sciences, particularly our principal. We say thank you. I think we need to clap first before I say the next. Yes. Thank you to the organizing committee of LAEA 3. They have done a fantastic job. Thank you to all the participants, both physical and online. Thank you to the British Academy who have sponsored the writing workshop. Thank you to our other partners, that's University of Essex and Moi University. Thank you to Fountain Publishers. They gave us notebooks and pens that we've been using. Thank you to Makerere Press. The director is here, Dr. Tayebwa. Thank you to Center for Language and Communication Services for financial support. Thank you. I think we need to clap for this one as well before I say. Thank you to the School of Languages, Literature and Communication. Our dean is here, Dr. Sauda Namialo. Thank you to the service providers. First is Events on Time Limited. They have been providing the live streaming of our event online, virtual sessions, and the sound that we are still using. Thank you to the providers of the food and drinks, Mrs. Katumba. Thank you to the Department of Performing Arts and Film. They led us in the anthems yesterday, and they are going to do the same even today. Thank you in a special way to the Dean, School of Languages, Literature and Communication. She has played a central role in all this. Thank you to the convener of LAEA 3, Professor Edith Natkunda. Thank you to all of us who have participated and served in different ways. All of us. Thank you, our keynote speakers, Professor Elena Bislak and Dr. Susan Nyaga in absentia. Thank you to all the session chairs. You've done a good job, including myself. Yeah, that is the list. Very long. So thanks to all those that have made this possible for the 2 days that we've been here. And I'd like to say that when we are done with this closing ceremony, please do not get out of Makerere University. We are going up to the Arts Quadrangle in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences for our cultural gala. So after everything is done here, we shall move up. For those who do not know the place yet, we shall lead you up, but please do not leave that cultural gala to us. There is a lot to expect. You know, we are the humanities and social sciences. We are the soul of this university. And now, I would like to invite my colleague, Davis Rabu, to take us through the next session.
Thank you so much, Dr. Florence Baiga. Makelele oye. LAEA oye. LAEA oye. LAEA oye. Chief guest oye. We have our chief guest here, and he's an alumnus of the university. Makelele oye. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the anticlimax. When I did some literature, there was what they called the anticlimax. So this is the anticlimax. We have the climax at the cultural gala. I need to remind you, please do not leave this to us. It will be very un-African of you to leave the rest of the event to us. So we're prepared for you all the cultural dances and music from your own culture. So come and listen to your culture. And of course, the Ugandan culture. So we have a very short program. We did the special thanks. Now we'll have the convener. Then the convener will invite the president of LAEA. And then we'll have a presentation of gifts. And from there, we'll have the dean come in shortly to invite the guest of honor to speak to us. And after the guest of honor has spoken to us, we will close. The guest of honor will close, and we'll have the anthems in reverse order. The Department of Performing Arts and Film is right here to entertain us throughout the evening. Allow me at this juncture to invite Professor Edith Natukunda Togboa, the convener of LAEA 3 and incoming President, Her Excellency. Oh.
You cannot put me in problems with Dr. Shikuku, so leave those other titles until he has given me the baton. Excellency the Ambassador, our honorable invited guests, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy. You know that we are happy. When you've prepared the feast and the people have turned up, and you don't have to go to the roads to get the people to eat your food, you are so happy. So we are very, very happy. I'm saying we in the plural because I'm representing the local organizing committee. And before we go ahead, I would like them to please stand up in your different roles. Please stand up so that we can recognize your contribution to the conference. Chair, Scientific Committee. Chair, Publicity and Communication, Dr. Sylvia Nahayo. Dr. Boaz Mtunji was chairing the Scientific Committee. Maureen Nanteza, Doctor in Waiting, was chairing the ushers. Do I see the other chairs? Dr. Deo Kawalia. Dr. Deo Kawalia. Yes, Chair Finance. You know it is sticky in finance. Other members of the committee, I haven't seen you. Alan, the head of programs, the program subcommittee, Dr. Allen Asimwe. Please clap very strongly for her. Because the program was changing by the minute. Even up to today, we are still changing the program. Because we are still apologizing for some presentations who came after we had closed. We waited for them, they couldn't come, and they came after we had closed. So thank you very much, the local organizing committee, for an excellent job. There are other members who I haven't seen. Dr. Sebuyungo, transport. Yes. No. Picking and dropping. Dr. Nkonge, media, and the talk show on the radio. Please, please, Dr. Nkonge. Dr. Sentanda, silently pushing from the back and getting us the money from the center. He is like the director of the center, and if you don't know the director, would you go through? Very willing and pushing things for us. There are other members who are still working. Dr. Cindy Magara, you're still working. She's still on. Dr. Wandera, hotel and accommodation. I'm sure, yeah, at least he's here today. He's not dropping some other guests, and we haven't yet had anybody sick to drop, but many times we would interrupt him in the sessions to drop somebody. Now, before I thank each country, I want to thank the people who were in the writing workshop. And it's in that writing workshop that one country which came and participated, they had to go back after the writing workshop. That is Rwanda. We had a facilitator in Rwanda, Dr. Jean-Paul Ngoboko. But facilitators of the writing workshop, can we recognize you? Those who are still here with us. Nancy, yes. Elena, Dr. Zilpa, this, yes, and how could we without throwing the cat? Dr. Sauda, Dr. Sauda, Dr. Sauda. Now, I have to explain to our chief guest why I'm thanking these people before we thank the people who came to the conference. Before the conference started, we realized that we don't have enough funds in terms of membership. And we said, what can we do to get more funds for the conference? So we wrote a proposal together, Makerere, Moi, and Essex University, and friends from Dar es Salaam University and the University of Rwanda. We put together, we wrote a proposal, and Dr. Kyle Jaro is not here, but he was with us in the writing of the proposal, and we submitted to the British Academy. And they gave us funding. Although they could not finance the conference directly, they financed a pre-conference writing workshop for scholars who are either in the process of publishing, their PhD students, or they have just finished PhD and they need to publish. That is where you need research skills, scholarly skills, skills to get data, to organize your article, and all those things were covered in the writing workshop. I would like to recognize the people who competed and won the British Academy Award. Those who got the award, please, you can get up and we recognize you. The scholars who got the award, the scholars from all corners of the country, and even Zambia, Malawi, South Africa. 2 of them were online from South Africa and Mozambique. And those scholars were being mentored by these facilitators that I presented at the beginning. So our guest of honor, we are not only clapping for them, but we are encouraging them, because we have promised that we should work on those publications which are in process so that we can submit to the LAEA journal and be selected as the best so as to be published. That is the end of the destination of the journey. We are still on the journey. Please make space and keep the promise and submit something that will be publishable. Now, apart from the local organizing committee and the awardees, the mentees, who gave us the chance, because they were funded through the workshop and the conference. There is the secretariat, which did not stand up in the local organizing committee. Secretariat, Jean-Marie Kizito, Juliet Nachiguli. I think they're still running the desk outside. Amina Nakalisa. Oh, Julie! Amina Nakalisa. Yes, that is Dankeschön. And Dr. Wandera, part of the secretariat. Thank you very much. Harriet Kasande, part of secretariat, and Bridget, secretariat support. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Those are the people who wouldn't sleep at night, typing the forms, typing registration things, running up and down, providing, etc., and making sure that the water is here. So that's the people who are working behind scenes. But we must also recognize the fact that we were helped by the executive committee of LAEA. And I don't think that is under my powers to introduce that committee. I'm requesting the dean to be the one to thank the executive committee. Yes, your drum is a bit bigger. Mine is a bit smaller. She will. Yes, thank you very much. Now, we are going to thank. My job was easy. I don't have a written speech. I'm just thanking. I would like to thank, first of all, we are going to go in alphabetic order of the countries which are here. So who do you think is the first country we should thank? Burundi. Burundi, where are you? Burundi. Burundi, Juvenal. Oh, let's thank him in absence. After Burundi, there was Canada. Canada, please thank Canada. After Canada, I think we go to Kenya. Is there anything in between? Between Canada and Kenya? HI. Oh, there is Israel in between. There is Israel. Thank Israel for coming. Thank Israel for coming. And I think Holland is also somewhere there. Holland. I had even jumped Germany. Oh, there was Belgium. I don't know whether we still have them. Let's still thank them. Belgium was here. So, guest of honor, I'm giving you the gum of the people who were here. We had the whole world. We have Ghana. Yes, Ghana. Yes, we have. Yes. Yeah, there is Ghana. All right? Now we had reached HIJK. Now I think we've got to Kenya. Kenya, where are you? Asante sana. Yes. And after Kenya, we go where? Malawi. And after Malawi, we go to where? Please work with me. You are my eyes. Mozambique was online. Let's recognize them. And then after Mozambique, MN, Namibia, no, we didn't have. We go to Tanzania. No, there was Rwanda, I told you. Rwanda, RSTU, United Kingdom. United Kingdom was here. Yes, we had United Kingdom. Yes. And then Sweden. Where is Sweden? Oh, they've gone, but thank them all the same. And then there's that country which we're going to thank at the end. We go to other countries. South Africa was online. Please recognize South Africa. And then Tanzania, who are going to do something nice, which the bigger drums are going to. And after Tanzania, there is Zambia. Zambia is there. And after Zambia, I think we come to Uganda. So, Excellency Guest of Honor, I think you can see that we had a variety. Really, we were spoiled with the menu that we had, and we've covered all the fields of linguistics and languages. And what was most important is that we were drawing all our attention to African languages as the area where we have less attention and we need to put more attention. Thank you. We are going now to clap for ourselves. The pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa. That one doesn't count. It's so low, it doesn't count. Warm the fingers, warm them. 1, 2, 3. Pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa, pa. Again, pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa. Now for the dean, pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa. For the principal, pa-pa-pa. Beyond words. I'm told that I have a small task to do of inviting the dean. No, inviting the president of LAEA. Inviting the president of LAEA, who is the next in the line of speeches. Again.
So, Your Excellency, the Ambassador, who is the guest of honor, and all distinguished guests, good evening. It is my honor to be here this evening and talk to you at the close of this great conference of LAEA, which is the third conference since we started. If we go by what we were suggesting in the Constitution, all presidents of LAEA that will come after me will be going for 2 years. So they will only have an opportunity to organize one conference. I'll be the only president that will have organized 3 conferences. So I'm so excited to have been part of the journey of this great association. And all signs indicate that we are moving towards the right direction. Makerere has set the standards very high. In fact, I was talking to the people from the University of Dodoma and telling them, you can only go up because we know the standards that have been set. So we will not accept anything less than what Makerere has given us. So thank you so much. I attended some of the meetings of the local organizing committee online, and I saw the enthusiasm, and I saw the dedication, and everybody was wishing for a successful conference. And I must declare on behalf of LAEA that this indeed has been a successful conference. So thank you so much. The executive that we started with are here. I will also just ask them to stand up. I introduce them to the guest of honor, and then the dean will talk about them later. So the vice president is here, Dr. Allen Asimwe. Can you clap for Allen? Thank you, Dr. Allen, for your dedication. I can't remember any meeting of the executive that you missed. And sometimes when we were not meeting, you will remind us that we needed to discuss a few things. Thank you so much. Then we had the secretary, Professor Jen Gala Odwor. Thank you so much for keeping the records of the minutes, listening sometimes to recordings, and transcribing and putting them in written form for reference. And then lastly, we have Dr. Lynn Kisembe from Moi University, the treasurer of the association. Thank you for keeping the records and maintaining, the finances of the association. I want to thank everybody who has been part of the journey of LAEA. For those who attended the 2019 conference in Moi University, all certificates of membership had something written on them. And that was, you are being recognized as a founding member of the association. So everybody that attended the 2019 conference and has a certificate as being a founding member, can you clap for them? So thank you so much. We want to clap for ourselves. And I will not do this. In the writing workshop, I kept on referring to somebody to help me because I liked the way we were clapping. So I will request my colleague, Dr. Zilpa Ombija, to help me thank everybody for being part of the journey of LAEA, including the participants today, including those who participated online in 2021 and those who were in LAEA 1 in 2019. So Dr. Zilpa Ombija, give us, I don't know, you'll say which factorial you are going to use. So give Dr. Ombija a microphone.
Okay, thank you very much. For everyone here, can we clap 5 factorial reducing? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ombija. This, I think, also marks the last speech. I want to call myself as the outgoing president because yesterday in the business meeting, we elected a new president. And I want to take this opportunity to introduce the new president. But I want to warn her that she only takes over when this conference is complete. So don't refer to her as president while I'm still around. So I just want to introduce her. I will also introduce the vice president, the new vice president. But Dr. Allen Asimwe is still the vice president until we are done with the gala. So allow me to introduce Professor Edith Natukunda as the incoming president. So Professor Natukunda, your hard work contributes to my success. So as the local organizing committee convener, everything that you have been doing goes to the president. So I'm proud that we have hosted a successful LAEA 3. Please organize your LAEA so that you can also be congratulated. So the people of Dodoma, don't let the incoming president down. She needs to get the success. Allow me to introduce the vice president of LAEA moving forward, Professor Amani Lusekelo. So Professor Amani Lusekelo is from the University of Dar es Salaam. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. May I invite the Dean to talk to us and take the program, the rest of the program ahead. Thank you.
Makerere oye. Makerere oye. Makerere oye. Ra. Thank you very much, His Excellency, the LAEA President, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Rwanda, Your Excellency, LAEA President, the incoming Her Excellency, our keynote speaker this morning, distinguished scholars here in the house, and all participants of LAEA the third, I'm delighted. I'm happy that this event has been to a bigger extent successful. Yesterday, I was almost breaking down, and I think it was too much for me, doing this, thinking through this, and in between doing administrative work, and also knowing that next week we are hosting another international conference. That's the Mashariki Conference. That's Conference of Literature and Literary Studies. And that conference, as well as the writing, a pre-writing workshop to the Mashariki, are also in my school. So I'm overseeing this, and then I'm overseeing the Mashariki Conference, and also doing all other things. But I'm glad that I have a team of dedicated faculty who are always willing to help me run all these administrative work. Thank you very much. You've been a pillar to lean on. Usually I hate long speeches. I would like, before I invite the guest of honor, to recognize the people who have been behind the success of this conference, as well as the success of the LAEA Association. We have, now I don't have my reading glasses. Yes. So we have the following people to recognize this afternoon. And allow me start with our own Professor Justin Sikuku for his service to LAEA. As you've heard from him, apart from coming up with the idea of coming up with the Language Association of East Africa, he has hosted 3 conferences, including this one, which has been a success. We thank you, Sikuku. Hope Piara is okay, she's here. Thank you very much, Prof. Sikuku. Obugalo. In the same vein, I would like to thank Dr. Allen Asimwe, Vice President, LAEA. Dr. Asimwe has LAEA at heart. There is no single day we meet without her talking to me about LAEA. Sometimes I disappoint her and I don't do as she requests, but I believe with her input, I'm sure you're going to move LAEA to greater horizons. Thank you very much, LAEA. Allen Asimwe. Thank you very much, Asimwe. Next, we have Dr. Evelyn Kisembe, who has been or still treasurer, LAEA. Thank you very much, Dr. Kisembe, for not running away with LAEA funds. She has done a great job, and she will continue serving LAEA for the next 2 years before we appoint another treasurer. Thank you very much, Professor Kisembe. And last but not the least, Jane, you were here to help me read the script. Jane Odul, who is the secretary, LAEA. Thank you very much, Prof, for your services to LAEA. The next group has people who have contributed significantly to LAEA. May I request Paul to get my glasses? Dr. Emmanuel Satia. Now I can't see. Dr. Stella Onyogo. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Dr. Stella. Yeah. Stella, are you here with us? Okay. Is Dr. Stella here? She left? Okay. Where does Stella come from? Yes. Is she here? Anyone from Moi? Okay, let's hand over the gift to the president and we'll deliver it to Stella. Dr. Kiguru Gatitu. Anyone from Kenyatta University? Okay, anyone from Kenya? Okay, thank you. Come and get the gift for Dr. Kiguru Gatitu. Dr. Mary Runyangaga Poa. Runyaga Po. Oh, Runyanga Po. Okay, Dr. Mary, are you here? Okay, please come over and pick it. Professor Ochengi Ongondo. Pardon? Okay. Also, please get the gift for Professor Ocheng. Yes. Dr. Simon Ngaga. Okay, you're also going to take for Simon Ngaga. Yes. Mr. Emmanuel Furaha. Emmanuel Furaha, please. Yes. Mr. Emmanuel Furaha. Dr. Jansita Muyuku. Okay. Emmanuel, come and take the gift for Jacinta Muyuku. Okay, we have another category of individuals who are working on the LAEA Constitution, and we feel we should recognize them. Dr. David Barasa, is he here? David Barasa? Yeah, please. Okay, Dr. Muhammad Akida. Okay, Prof. Jen. Thank you very much. And the Dr. Muhammad Akida, yeah, Prof. Jen will take it on his behalf. Thank you very much, Prof. And the local organizing committee felt that we also need to recognize a few individuals who have worked hard towards the development of our local languages. And one of them is our distinguished professor of literature, whom we call the Papa of the School of Languages, Literature and Communication, Professor Abbas Chimba. Yes. Thank you very much, Professor Abbas Chimba. And we'll be reading to us some of his translations from English into Luganda this evening during the Karicho Gala. Another person, I can't see her here, which we really feel that we should recognize her, is Professor Susan Chiguli. Professor Susan Chiguli is a professor of African poetry, and she writes both in Luganda, English, and German. Yes. And she's going to be citing some of her poems to us this evening. If you, yes. I think one of her, some of her poems have been translated in German, but I'm sure she doesn't speak German. But she's going to be citing to us some of the beautiful poems in Luganda and English. In a special way, we would like to recognize our keynote speakers, Dr. Susan Nyanga, who is not here with us, but someone can pick her gift. May I request Dr. Sentanda to come and pick Dr. Susan Nyanga's gift. And The second one is Professor Alena Vislak. Thank you very much for the beautiful Fonyaga. Thank you very much, Dr. Sentanda. And now, Professor Alena Vislak. Yeah, we also felt that we should give something small to His Excellency. And before you speak to us, I would like to request Professor Bas Chiimba to come back here and hand over this beautiful bag and whatever is inside, you will see once you get home. For appreciating, we are appreciating you for being with us in everything we do. We know sometimes we run to your office for funds and you are always willing to help us. And even this time around, at a very short notice, you accepted to come and grace this occasion. Thank you very much, and we cannot take that for granted. I would love to be in the picture. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And what did they do? Yeah, I would also like to thank our online audience, particularly Rebecca Junka, Gladys Ogaro, Solomon Ayunga, Perida Mugesha, Diana Kananu, Paslin Kimaiyo, Jansita Muyuka, and others. They've been online since morning. That's not easy. Thank you very much. Hope some of you are still there. I would have introduced fully our guest of honor, but I am sure my mentor and senior knows our guest of honor better than I do. And in a minute, I would like to say a little bit about our guest of honor, and thereafter, the guest of honor will speak to us. I've been reminded that we forgot to thank and recognize the service of Mr. Farouk Lule, our ICT expert. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Excellencies, since the president is here as well, we will say excellencies and our guests, distinguished guests. We have a guest of honor of whom I am very proud personally, and our school is also very proud of the guest of honor because he is an ex-student of our school. He was in the school, he took French and economics. He knows the paths and the panyas, the shortcuts of the campus. After our studies here, he went home. But first of all, he chose to come and study in Uganda, although he is from Rwanda, because he wanted, one, to have English and immersion into English and make friends with the Francophones like us, and then also have a cultural enlargement of his thinking so that he could see East Africa. And I believe that it's very difficult at that time when a person is still young to have such a mature mind. Obugalo. And within the class, he was one of the best. Frankly speaking, Dr. Sevuyungo can support me. I am not manipulating marks. And in addition to being a good student of our discipline, he did French and economics, but he went ahead and took on leadership roles. He trained as a cadet in the army, and he's a full colonel who is retired. And therefore, because of the knowledge that he had of the necessity of peace in Africa, I think that's why he may have been selected by His Excellency as the ambassador stroke High Commissioner to Uganda. Colonel Joseph Rutabana, Excellence Ambassadeur du Rwanda.
Thank you. The Dean of the School of Languages, Literature and Communication, the outgoing chairman of LAEA, but still chairman until we leave this world, or maybe until and the incoming chairman of chairperson of LAEA, Professor Natukunda, distinguished guest present, good evening. As Professor Natukunda has just introduced me, I am the High Commissioner of the Republic of Rwanda to the Republic of Uganda. We say High Commissioner when the two countries are in the Commonwealth. Yeah, so like now, I just came back from South Sudan, which also I cover, but when I'm there, people are making a mistake by referring me as High Commissioner of Rwanda to South Sudan, which is not true. There I'm an ambassador. So it's been more than 30 years that I was here. That's why Professor Natukunda, it was not economics, it was political science. I did, in the first year, I did political science, French, and German. I did German. So I'm somehow a linguist. And, but I dropped German because I did 322. And I remained with political science and French. And that's where she was my lecturer. I'm not sure if I was one of the best students, but since she has said it, I'm not going to make a long speech. I know you had a long day. You also had another day yesterday, so you need to conclude and go to the next program. But I will start by thanking Professor Natukunda to have invited me on behalf of course, of the organizers to come to this closing ceremony. Thank you very much for associating me to this great gathering. I went through your concept of this conference, and I saw that many researches have been done by distinguished academicians who are here, and I'm happy to be with you. And as the theme goes, empowering communities through language research and African linguistics for sustainable development, I think that is the right way to go. I think languages have definitely a big role to play in sustainable development. So I take this occasion to thank all the participants. I'm told some have left, including someone who came from my country. But I thank all of you for honoring the invitation and coming and having those very good presentations and deliberations. So since I've been chosen to be the guest of honor, I thank all of you for your participation. And I'm sure the recommendations which you have reached will be very crucial for policy advocacy, and more attention and space will be accorded to African languages. Because I believe that is the aim, the objective of this kind of conferences. But before I conclude my remarks, I want to tell you that I'm always happy to come back through the gate of this great university. When I came, because of avoiding the traffic jam, I came a bit early. But fortunately, there was no huge traffic, so I arrived a bit early and I went around. And again here, and Professor Natukuna told me that they were scared that I was not locating the place, but I know this place very well. I stayed here for many years, for at least more than 3 years, if I remember. And I went many times through the gates of this university. So I'm always happy to come back and interact. I think the last time I was in this hall was when they were honoring the late Kalimuzo. I was here also. Yeah, and I'm ready to come as frequently as I am invited. So Dean and all the audience, I thank you very much for your attention, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think now we are going to have the national anthems in reverse order. And after that, we shall have a photo moment and then walk together to the Choose quadrangle where we are going to sound the Choose drum. Don't miss. Don't even think of ordering for supper. It is cultural dinner, there is food, drinks, halal drinks. Being the convener, I could buy you beer. So all the halal drinks are there. Okay.
We build for the future the great Makerere. Great, great and mighty the walls around thee. Great, great and mighty the gates beside thee. Great, great and mighty the walls around thee. great, great and mighty, the gates beside thee. From east and west, from north and south, all voices singing, arise, Makerere, rise up and rise, high up and high, all voices singing, arise, Makerere, Makerere, Makerere. We build for the future, the great Makerere, great, great and mighty, the walls around thee, great, great and mighty, the gates beside thee, great, great and mighty, the walls around thee, great, great and mighty, the gates beside thee. Do not forget, through all the years, those who have gone through the gates of Makerere, give them the pride, give them the joy, all to remember the gates of Makerere, Makerere, Makerere. We build for the future, the great Makerere, great, great and mighty, the walls around thee, great, great and mighty, the gates beside thee, great, great and mighty, the walls around thee, great, great and mighty, the gates beside thee. Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu na nguzo yetu idumu jumuiya yetu. O Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. O Uganda, the land of freedom, our love and labor we give, and with neighbors all at our countries, calling peace and friendship we will live. O Uganda, the land that feeds us, by sun and fertile soils grown. For our own dear land we shall always stand, the pearl of Africa's crown.
Thank you very much. Over to Jane now for the photo moment.